Welcome to Recently Logged, where we finally ran out of movies.
We talked about every other movie.
Literally every movie in existence, we've talked about it.
Yeah, literally. Like, no, I know what you're thinking. Like, you're thinking, oh, what about that one movie? We did it.
We already did it. We never released the episode. Star Trek, something, one of the Star Trek movies, we did it. Cats and Dogs 4.
We did it. That one MI5 movie that exists.
We did it.
We did it. And not the one you think of, for all you listeners.
Go look up MI5. Do yourself a favor.
It's rated R, though.
Oh, wait. don't do yourself a favor. But yes, hello. Welcome to Recently Logged. This is our first Redux episode is what we're calling it.
Nobody knows what Redux
Nobody
means.
knows what Redux means. It basically just means redo.
Don't know why does it say redo? Redux.
Because redo sounds like lame. Like we messed up the first time.
Redux sounds like you're trying to come up with a cool name.
Redux is way cooler, so we're calling it a Redux episode. But yeah, we've already reviewed the movie we're doing this week, which is Mission Impossible Fallout.
See, Robbie, Redux specifically means brought back or revived.
Exactly. This is a Redux episode.
We're bringing back Fallout.
We're bringing back Mission Impossible
We're reviving Fallout.
Exactly. We're bringing it back into style. But yeah, we already did an episode on this. I believe it was earlier in season 2. I don't remember exactly when. It was right around the farewell and all of that.
Which isn't on YouTube still.
Yeah, which still isn't on YouTube. Thanks, corporate.
Okay, it was episode 7 of season 2 after Ad Astra and before the mysterious farewell.
Before we sold out and started putting ads in our episodes. But yeah, we're covering it again because we were going through the entire franchise. We've already, like, if you look back through our catalog. This is
part of our Mission Impossible series.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've already covered all the other released Mission Impossible movies.
Next 2 weeks from now, we're going to do MI7. Where Tom Cruise is coming over. Christopher McQuarrie's coming over.
We're doing a special screening.
Yeah.
I see. I was unaware. I guess I need to get myself ready. But yeah, if you've never listened to the podcast before, I'm Robbie, and my wonderful sidekick.
Sidekick?
Co-host.
Sidekick? I think you mean a host.
Host of Recently Logged. Then why have I been doing all the talking, Micah?
Why have you been doing all the talking? Because I'm tired.
Okay.
You're the one who I always have to...
He's tired.
You're the one that I always have to drag to do this.
Wow. I don't know. I've been enjoying it lately.
Well, good.
Wow.
Because that's the idea.
Okay.
That's why we do it.
All right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and jump straight into the basic facts about this movie. What did the people need to know?
The people need to know that Mission Impossible Fallout is a 2018 movie. It's rated PG-13. It's 147 minutes. It's got the likes of Tom Cruise, Henry Cavill, Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Rebecca Ferguson, I think is the rest of her name.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember her name.
It's cut off. Hold on. Ferguson.
I was about to say, I didn't think there was a T in there. I was like, huh.
I take it all back. And Solomon Lane. Oh, wait. I mean, Sean Harris.
Solomon Lane. He gives such a good performance, man.
Directed by Christopher McQuarrie. And if I'm not mistaken, screenplay written by Christopher McQuarrie.
Heck yes, it is.
Yeah. This was nominated for a BAFTA award, but that's it.
What? No Oscar noms?
No Oscar noms.
Aw.
Sad times.
Sad.
But yeah.
Sad react.
But yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout. One might say the best Mission Impossible movie.
You know, fun fact, Micah. Someone sent me a pirate-related iMessage the other day, and I was like, "Where's my ARG react in iMessage?"
My ARG react?
Like a pirate reaction.
Wow.
That would be. I think it would be good.
All right. Well,
I think that's the perfect
pirates or whatever. I think we should move on to basic thoughts, which you must give your basic thoughts.
All right. So I guess since I've already done like my basic thoughts before about this movie, it's I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself if I do it again. But then again, that was like...
I don't remember what I said in the episode
Wow.
at all.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, forget the old episode.
Forget the old episode.
Redux, more like redo.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think first thing you need to know, Micah, is I think... yeah, I'm pretty confident in saying that this is my favorite Mission Impossible movie. It's definitely the one I've seen the most times. I checked last night after logging it again.
Vlogged it 5 times.
Hey, I've vlogged it 5 times too.
Wow.
Not 5 times too, but 5 times as well.
The first Mission Impossible, I feel like this is the only one that compete with that, and I've only seen it 4.
Ouch. But yeah, no. I really like this one. Obviously, I like watching it. Really, honestly, I think just about everything is pretty technically perfect with it. My biggest problem with it is probably how convoluted it can feel while watching it. Because when you like think through a lot of the story beats, like you're like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. But a lot of the times watching it, you're like, this feels a little like convoluted, if that makes any sense.
I don't know. I never thought it felt convoluted. I felt it like, yeah, it feels like they're bouncing off the walls a little bit, but like purposefully bouncing off the walls. Okay. They're desperate.
Well, I'm just saying that's how it felt to me. I don't know.
Both sides are desperate. It's kind of the big culmination.
And also something that I noticed this last time, there's a couple too many lines that are just like, I knew they would do this, so I did this kind of thing.
No, I've noticed that every time.
It just comes off very forced a lot of the time.
Some of the lines from like Luther or Ilsa and stuff like that are like very like, I'm just like, ah.
Yeah, the dialogue's a lot shakier in this one than it has been in past movies.
I mean, most of the dialogue, I would say, is pretty good. It's just like a couple lines come in and you're like, oof.
It's just noticeable. Like occasionally there's just like a really bad line and you're like, ooh, that was weird.
Where did that come from?
Don't like that.
And what's weird is they all seem very like almost like self-referencing lines.
Yeah.
The ones that are bad.
It's so weird. I don't know. I just wanted to bring those are my 2 like big things with it while watching anyway. The action, honestly, the only problem I have action-wise with this one is because most of the action scenes are very clear and precise and really well staged and everything.
Very legally binding.
Very legally binding. Yes. But I think honestly the only action sequence that really drags for me is still the motorcycle chase. And which honestly is a little sad because they've done so many motorcycle chases.
I would say it's one of the better motorcycle chases
one of the better
in the franchise.
Ones,
it just goes on long.
Yeah, it just goes on a bit too long.
I think it's probably like a good 10 minutes or more.
Wait, oh no!
If we're starting from the moment they push,
you're probably right.
They push Solomon Lane into the water.
Whoa! Spoilers, Micah. Spoilers. Okay. But
Robbie, that shot was in the trailer.
Whoa. Well, that's why I don't watch trailers.
I actually remember we were at our grandparents' house, and I think this was like Thanksgiving, like 2 years ago or something. And I remember trailers coming out for this, and me and our cousin Zach, who's actually been on the podcast, looking at the trailer like, this looks so good.
This looks so good. I love how whenever I saw a trailer for any sort of action movie when I was younger, I'm like, I'd probably never be allowed to watch that. Just any action movie. It doesn't matter what it was.
I was always like, wow, I really want to watch that.
Wow. But yeah, no, like, the cinematography is great. The sound design is great.
I'd say the cinematography is the best of the series.
The casting is great. Yeah, no, I probably would too. The lighting is great. Production design is great. Honestly, it's just the editing is really great too, actually, most of the time. Like I said, the occasional sequence will drag on a little too long or can feel a little clunky sometimes, but honestly, I think it goes pretty hard.
Cinematographer, I was looking this up because you mentioned the cinematography. Also, one of the cinematographers actually worked on Ex Machina and Annihilation.
Ooh.
And then the other one, Just This, essentially.
Just This. Wow. Well, good on him. If this was his like first go around with a big feature length movie, You done good.
Right? All right. Well, now that Robbie's basic thoughts have gone
So basic.
like 30 minutes
Oh
long,
my god, 30.
I'm going to go over mine.
right.
I really like this movie. This is probably like my favorite action movie, just like period. I mean, that depends what you call specifically
Yeah,
an
it
action
depends
movie.
what you're qualifying
But
as
like
action movie. This is a true action movie.
Yeah, like it's just straight action movie. This is definitely my favorite. I think it takes. I think what it really does special and why I like it so much is it's the first Mission Impossible movie to take stuff from the previous ones, but it doesn't like all of them continue like character wise.
I mean, they do continue.
But this one really brings in like character arcs and plots and everything over from the last one. And I think it really is the only good way they could have done upping the stakes more.
Yeah.
Which is honestly why I'm a bit worried for 7 and 8 on what they're going to do with those. But this has just like an off the walls cast. I love Henry Cavill in this so much. And I don't know. I think my only problem with this movie is a little bit of like the writing pacing kind of thing. Like it's not on the editing or
like
anything.
more story structure.
Yeah, there's just some story structure stuff, and then a couple of scenes go on too long. One would be probably the motorcycle chase thing, and I would say the other one is the helicopter chase. I always feel like that goes on a bit too long. It's not as bad because they cut over to other things, but it's still like, okay, how long can Tom Cruise fly this helicopter before the inevitable collision that everybody knows is coming?
It is pretty funny though how when they keep cutting back to the to the light board, it just keeps getting more and more cluttered.
Yeah,
I always find that funny.
I don't know. The action in this is like top notch. I haven't personally seen a movie that does action better. I have seen some action that I would qualify better, but
you have not seen the movies?
No, it was the only action movie I've seen, like action scene that I've seen that I would say, is actually inherently better than this is John Wick.
Venom's final fight.
No.
No.
It's just some John Wick fight scenes I've seen that are just so good, but I have not seen the John Wick movies, so.
Venom final fight
final fight scene. Oh, so good.
It's so freaking good.
Oh,
wow.
You can't even tell the difference between the two characters, and that is the true sign.
That's the true sign of a
good action scene. When your CGI blobs are literally blending together.
The CGI blob punches another CGI blob. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I love this movie.
Wow. Well, there you go. Yeah, who doesn't love this movie?
Like, out of any of the Mission Impossible movies, too, just to add this final thing, this is the only one that I'd turn on pretty much just any time.
You know, well, I guess we'll get into our questions before I just bring up something.
You know, what do you think about the current climate?
What do you think about climate change? All right, so what I was about to bring up before we changed segments,
really,
yes, was the only Rotten Tomatoes review for this that I found on like the main page, because obviously I'm not going to scroll through all the reviews.
So they fire them, right?
Was arguing, well, they're one of their top critics, Micah.
Yeah.
Was arguing that yes, this one does have some crazy action, but they argued that a lot of it just doesn't feel like it matters at all. Just because like it doesn't feel emotionally based or character based, which I don't know.
I disagree with that.
I would disagree with it. But he was saying like that he was making the argument that the only reason the action sequences were tense at all or engaging at all were the fact that you knew that a lot of it was practical.
I agree with some like
which he was saying was like a cheap move.
An extent of it is, I would say, like some of the action scenes, but really just the ones I was talking about, stuff like the car chase and the helicopter chase don't have much tension.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like, which is probably why they feel so long.
Yeah.
But I feel like most of the action is like they all have a lot of emotional stuff they're bringing to the table.
I just wanted to bring it up because it does, like, you could make a case for that when it comes to, like you said, some of the longer sequences. which made me wonder like how much that factor is influencing how much I like the action in this movie. But I don't know. I think a lot of the scenes are really well staged from a writing point of view.
Yeah, I don't think you could really attribute like the action scenes to being good to them being practical.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's a decent connection to make. Obviously, them being practical does help. Like, actually, like, seeing them do some of the stuff is, you know, impressive. It gets you really, like, oh. But I was never, like, scared for them. They know what they're doing. Like...
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought it was an interesting point to bring up because I like that is a factor in all of the Mission Impossible movies except for probably the first one and the second one. Maybe.
Well, you know what I say. Rotten Tomatoes has always not been great, but I've lost complete faith in them after they gave Incredibles 2 a 93%.
It was too low. Micah should have been at 100.
Yeah. How
Yikes.
Brad Bird doesn't have a film, like, it doesn't have, like, but one film, not in the 90s. I love Brad Bird, but there's no way he should only have one film.
Micah's like, no
90s.
one loves Brad Bird more than me.
Love Brad Bird. He's made,
Wow.
like, my favorite movie and my second favorite animated movie.
Wow.
And, like, my third favorite animated movie.
Oh my god. Wait, really?
Iron Giant's good.
I mean, it's good. Like, yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, no, I just don't see that point having much merit for me personally. Anyway, because I feel like one thing this movie does well is bringing the stakes and the emotion and the emotional baggage, if you will, from the other movies, which is what I was saying earlier that the other movies don't really do because they never really act as direct sequels.
I was about to say, this is really a companion to Rogue Nation, and there's no, like, removing it from that, really.
Yeah.
Which is the first time that's really happened in the Mission Impossible franchise.
Yeah, like 1 to 2 is, as we've discussed, a horrible jump, and honestly, it should be 2 to 1.
Yeah.
Then 2 to 3 is just as jarring and just as little to do with each other.
Yeah.
3 to 4 has some... The only thing 3 to 4 really brings to the table is mentioning Julia.
Mentioning Julia.
She's not even in the movie.
Oof.
And then 4 to 5, you start to get some stronger... That's like the starting of, like, the second era of Mission Impossible.
Mm-hmm.
And they feel a little bit more similar.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely feels more connected.
Plot-wise, they still don't.
I mean, you get the Benji thread, Micah.
Yeah, the Benji thread is going, and Alec Baldwin comes in.
No, not Alec Baldwin. Oof.
But yeah, no, there's really not much, like, between even 4 and 5, which are the closest up until 5 and 6, which are just, like, direct. Like,
yeah,
just straight up, like, 4 to 5, because if you watched 5 without 4, you'd be missing so much context, which is never something that's happened in Mission Impossible before.
It's good to know that after Boss Baby grew up, he became secretary.
Right? Like,
for the Impossible Mission 4.
It's good to know that, like, yeah, that Boss Baby's training was good enough that when he grew up, he could be somebody big in the CIA, but then, like, also know that the IMF is good enough to be able to go and take over IMF.
Exactly. Where's Jeremy Renner?
Right? I miss Jeremy Renner.
Where did he go? Did something happen to him?
Give me Jeremy Renner.
Wait,
I think he was working on other movies at the time.
Probably, but, like, where did he go? Like, story-wise, where the heck is he?
He's just not there.
He's just not there.
They're just like, yeah.
I mean, I guess they say goodbye at
Jeremy
the end of Rogue
Renner's
Nation.
one of the... No.
Don't they?
No. They don't. No.
No.
He gives them all the phones or something.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Renner takes his.
Oh my gosh. Well, maybe he didn't feel like he needed him.
I'm not actually looked to see if in their trivia it says where Jeremy Renner was.
Wow. Did you know Jeremy Renner was getting coffee this entire time? But yeah, no. Do you have a question for us, for the people, Micah?
A question?
That was a question, Micah.
Question? Oh, dang.
Udon?
This trivia,
What does it
Rebecca
say?
Ferguson was pregnant while filming this movie,
What?
and she was about 7 months pregnant when the filming was complete.
What?
Dang.
It's time to stop.
I mean, at least she didn't do any crazy stunts.
Yeah, for real. Like, what the heck?
What do you... I can't think of anything, and I'm looking for something, so let's go to the classic. What is your favorite scene or sequence?
Scene or sequence? Okay. Whew, that's tough, actually. I think last time I put the helicopter, like, final scene as my favorite. But honestly, I don't know. It's all so good.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I thought it would say it in
What?
here. Jeremy Renner was not in this due to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Well, yeah. He has to film dumb movies. Oof. Yikes, bro. But yeah, no, I think I'm probably gonna have to go with the best staged and paced scene, Micah, in the
Which
entire
one's
movie.
that?
You know what it is. You already know what it is,
Do
Micah.
I?
You already know what it is.
What is it?
It's the bathroom fight.
Oh, I was gonna say the bathroom fight.
It's the bathroom fight.
The bathroom fight's so good.
It's the most memorable part of this entire movie. Like I'd imagine, like 20 years from now, someone's gonna be like,
the
Mission
bathroom
Impossible.
fight.
Wait, 20 years? Someone gonna be like, what, 30 something?
The bathroom fight.
Someone's gonna be like, Mission Impossible Fallout, and I'm gonna be like, the bathroom fight.
Remember that time Henry Cavill like cocks his arms or something?
I swear.
Dude,
It just
such a good scene.
It's such a good scene.
Though I saw something in the trivia while going through on
The
IMDb.
trivia.
It said that originally the bathroom scene was planned to take 4 days to film.
Oh my god.
And because of the complexity of everything, it took over 4 weeks.
That's not surprising. There are so many. Oh my gosh! Just even like 5 seconds of that scene, you're just like,
It's
there's like
nonstop
16,000 things happening.
Oh, it's so good though. Yeah, I would say the bathroom scene, but because as to not be redundant, I'm gonna just try to think of another really good one. I'd say a really fun stunt they do would be like the plane scene.
The plane.
That's one of my favorite shots of the movie. Actually, is the tracking shot out the plane.
Plane. Oh yes, of course. Wow, how did I forget about that? Yes.
When they go all handheld and jump out the plane.
Oh my gosh, the switch to IMAX when it cuts to the wide shot and it's IMAX now, you're like, yes, the skies open up.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really memorable. Honestly, yeah, I would say that's a little bit of a like a tiny bit of a problem in Fallout.
It's just a tiny problem.
No. Let me explain.
Yes.
It goes like 90% of the time, so everything's happening so fast that there are only like a few really memorable scenes. Like you could remember most of the movie. I could tell you.
Yeah,
most
I
of the
remember.
things that
I remember
happen in
we
the
talked
movie.
about this last time, Micah. Like every scene is just really good, and it just kind of blobs together, kind of thing.
It's going so fast that the ones you remember are the specifically memorable stunts and the specifically not fast-paced stuff.
Exactly.
So, like, you'll remember, like, oh, the helicopter scene, that was kind of slow. Oh, the car chase, that was kind of slow. Oh, the bathroom scene, that was straight fire. Oh, the airplane jump, that was impressive.
Wow.
But like a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the side stuff really kind of blends together, especially being that this movie is so long.
That's true, yeah.
Like you get halfway through the movie and I think gosh, where is that halfway point that I'm always like, well, this is the halfway point. It's like,
Yeah, no, their act breaks are so clunky, Micah.
well, no, I'm saying like yeah, it was like a clunky thing, but
Yeah.
even then, like it's just the fact that you've been going for like an hour and 20
Yeah.
minutes, and it feels like you've been going for not in a bad way, but like you know that you've been going
like,
for
oh
a
my.
long time,
Oh my.
and you're like, well, we're halfway through the
We're
movie.
halfway through the movie, guys. That would have to be right around
I think
the
it's,
White Widow stuff, I'd
no,
imagine.
I think if I remember, the part that I'm talking about is right around, the rooftop chase.
It could be.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have Fallout on any of my things, so I couldn't just go and look.
Micah's just gonna watch the whole movie right now so he can revise
Well,
his
no,
criticism.
I would just pull it up to halfway through and see where it's at.
We're just gonna watch the entire movie.
Watching Fallout in the studio to answer all the questions.
Exactly, so we can answer all the questions. Oh yeah, what did you think of the villains in this movie?
Of Walker being the best villain ever.
Walker. Whoa, spoilers, Micah.
Spoilers.
Spoilers. But he has a mustache, Micah, so he has to be the
Okay,
bad guy.
yeah, so if you don't know, Henry Cavill has the mustache in this movie.
He has the
and
mustache.
If you recall, this is the mustache. If you recall in this classic film masterpiece known to every person in the whole wide world, Justice League.
I do recall, unfortunately.
Henry Cavill has a very CGI mouth. And this mustache right here is the reason he had a very CGI mouth, and it is 100% worth it.
It was worth it. Justice League wouldn't have been better without it, so...
Dude.
It's just, it really, honestly, the mouth in Justice League is just the cherry on the dumpster fire.
Well, apparently there were 6 on-set pregnancies going on while they were filming this movie.
You guys need to calm down.
Yeah, no, I love the villain in this. This is honestly probably my favorite villain of the whole series.
No, not
sorry,
mine.
sorry, Hoffman.
How could you,
Love
Micah?
me some Hoffman.
How could you?
But I don't know. I just love especially how this is kind of intertwined with Solomon Lane stuff.
I mean, it is. What do you mean, kind of intertwined?
And I don't know. Henry Cavill is one of my favorite actors, just period. Even if he doesn't act it too much.
Do you watch it? Do you watch his YouTube channel, Micah?
Maybe.
Wow.
But I don't know. He's just such a physically intimidating guy. Like Henry Cavill.
He's so big.
He's just such a big guy. Even when he's just standing there, you're like, why is he standing like that? Oh yeah, because he's so big.
Wow.
And I don't know, it's just such a cool idea for me to have him like as the twist villain, and specifically like in the bathroom scene, you really get an idea of that.
I love how he's supposed to be like the big twist villain, but it's so obvious,
right?
It's so
Nobody was
glaringly
questioning.
obvious.
I don't think I don't think Robbie even on our first
I never
watch
see twists coming, guys.
thought it wasn't gonna be Walker.
I don't try and figure out twists in movies. I don't give the mental power to try and figure out twists in movies before they happen. But like literally, he's so evil. Why?
Yeah,
but I mean, the screenplay isn't trying to conceal it from you really at all.
Right, from like almost the word go, you don't trust him because of the way they bring him
exactly
into the movie.
But that makes it all the more fun. I would say. I would argue. I'll argue. I'll die on that hill.
I'm trying to find another
fun fact. Is this going to become a fun fact palooza, Mike?
Another interesting question along with I like the trivia stuff.
Micah's just going to sit down one episode when I'm not here. I'll be like gone for a week or something.
Just going to go through the
just
IMDb
sit down
trivia
and
page.
look at the entire IMDb trivia page. Yeah, that would be fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, what do you think of the lens flares in this movie?
Lens flares much better executed than 3. I'll say it. I'll say it.
It did J.J. Abrams better than J.J. Abrams.
Exactly. Just the lens flares.
Exactly.
Wow. You know, Micah, if you got glasses, you could have lens flares in real life.
You know, if you squint at lights, you get lens flares in real life.
Wow. Well, it's better with glasses.
I don't know about that.
It's the crystal clear picture with lens
but
flares.
like late at night driving, squint and like everything becomes a lens flare.
Wow. Is that what you've been doing all this time, Micah?
I mean,
You are becoming JJ.
who doesn't do that when they're in the car at night?
There you go. That's why JJ Abrams has so many lens flares. He has glasses. He's just like, this is how the world looks.
He's like, this is literally how the world looks. I don't know what everybody's talking about.
Needs to get some of those non-flare glasses. Very, very fun. Very cool. I fully endorse them.
All right. Back to movie.
Back to the movie.
What do you think of Ilsa's returning character in this movie?
Ilsa. Well,
Silence in the studio, I guess.
Elsa, I don't know. She's fine. She has to be here for the story to work like it does, but honestly, I'm not a big fan of her inclusion in this.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of my biggest problems with this. Thinking about this, actually, I didn't think about this before.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like Simon Pegg, Luther, or Elsa. I love how I'm like Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg.
Victor. I can't speak. Luther and Elsa. They feel very forced almost, right?
Almost. You can make more of a case for Elsa though.
Well, I don't know. Like Ilsa at least has like a decent like cool idea for why she's there.
Yeah.
And like actually has an emotional arc with all that. But like Simon Pegg and Luther are here to just be like, it's Ethan.
That's old Ethan. Ha ha.
Gotta help him because he needs help. But that's old Ethan.
Is that their writing, Micah?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it bothers me a little bit.
Yeah, especially now that I think about it, now that you've brought it up, Micah. Benji going from Rogue Nation to this is a very odd jump.
Right? Like, what is Benji doing in this movie? What is he doing?
I mean, he gets one of the phones too, Micah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
It's
not what is he doing in this movie. It's what is he doing in this movie?
Doing? Like what?
Like
yeah.
it's so weird. I feel like this movie was supposed to be a lot more like Tom Cruise Ilsa movie. But they needed the two of them for plot.
Yeah.
So they're just kind of there, and some of a lot of those bad lines actually that we were talking about are brought from them. Now they do have some fun stuff. I'm not going to be like, oh, their entire inclusion is trash. Cut them out.
Forget about them.
No, they have some fun stuff. I think they accomplish a lot of fun things.
Stop putting British people in my American movies.
But I think,
wow.
But I think they feel like oddly put in. Like if you're talking about like good teams, one of the best team examples in this is like Ghost Protocol. The team all feels very natural. They all feel like they're very working together well. They all should be there. They all have reasons to be there. But I think it's almost like a recurring thing after Rogue Nation, especially, that Benji is just kind of there because.
Just cause.
Like literally just cause. Like just because Hunt. That's it.
Yeah, no, it is a little weird. I don't know, like, I don't know about like movie failing weird, but just
no, it's not like it's not like a big thing. But I'm just trying to think of things that I think like are good talking points.
Yeah, I was about to say like this movie's really hard to talk about.
It really is. I forgot, because I remember this from last time too, but I forgot that it's movies like these that go like 110 and like that we like.
There's just like a couple of things that were like, yeah, that was a little weird, a little bad, and then we're like, yeah, that was it though. The end.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I feel like it feels kind of unnatural. Also, what the heck is going on with this poster where Benji gets like cut off by a car with like dust behind it?
It looks like an explosion, not dust.
Look at the line underneath the car, though.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I think that's the edge of the M, Micah.
Oh, yeah, that's the edge of the M. Okay, maybe it's a little bit more excusable.
Wow. Graphic design is my passion, Mike.
Well, it's not mine.
Wow. But yeah, no. What did you think, Micah?
What did I think?
You gotta ask. What did you think of the Lord of the Rings-esque fake out ending?
What?
Isn't it like Return of the King? Kind of?
What? Wait. I gotta ask you, what are you referring to both in movie and in Return of the King?
Return of the King. Okay, so I'm talking about the cut to white.
The cut to white.
That is what I'm talking about.
I've seen Return of the King like 3 times.
Doesn't Return of the King cut to white?
I don't remember any
What?
cuts to white
No,
at the end.
I swear it happened.
No, like, are you talking like after the ring falls into the lava?
Yes.
A cut to white?
Doesn't it cut to
No,
white?
it goes over to the battle, and Sauron dies,
Well, yeah,
and then all the orcs die, and then they're like, ah.
Ah, yes, the biggest plot convenience of all time.
Sauron dies, so all the orcs just die, I guess.
Man, I really hate Lord of the Rings.
Wow, that's sad. I like what we should do. We should do that series on here.
Fellowship of the Ring anytime, but rest of the...
We were complaining about these being long and difficult to watch for the podcast.
Oof.
Lord of the Rings, woohoo, extended. We should talk about the extended editions.
How about we don't and say that we did?
Man, I had a question though.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm misremembering the movie or something.
But I do like the ending.
You like the fake out ending?
They do a couple fake outs throughout this movie.
They really do.
With the one thing which everybody knew wasn't real, the bombs going off and everything.
Yeah, really.
But that's a fun scene, I would say.
It is a fun scene.
That's one scene. Again, another really good scene that you kind of forget about because really good is the bar for this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that. I think it's a fun detail. It adds to the tension. There's a lot of tension in that, and then they cut to white, and you're like, ooh, and then it's just the sunset. I think it's cool.
It's a cool shot.
I like it.
I like it.
I want to see it in IMAX.
Yeah, dude, this thing would have rocked in IMAX.
Okay, here's what my question was going to be, though. What do you think of CIA Lady?
CIA Lady?
Yeah.
I think she's really annoying.
Right?
She's one of the most annoying parts of this whole movie.
What do you think of, like, plot-wise, the entire, like, CIA stuff?
I don't know. It just seems very, like... I don't know why this movie's so anti-CIA. Like, why everyone in the CIA is just, like, the worst.
Right? Even Alec Baldwin, when he was just in the CIA, but right coming into the IMF, he was the worst. But now the IMF has mellowed him out.
Yeah. I don't know. She's just, like, even from a screenplay point of view, she's just an annoying force.
Right?
For the viewer.
It's one of those plot points where the audience knows something, but the characters don't know something. But it's in, like, something where,
so silly?
Where the characters should feasibly, easily figure it out. So you're sitting there like, oh my gosh, this is annoying.
Yeah, no, honestly... The stuff like if not for the Henry Cavill reveal as John Lark, I honestly the tunnel scenes.
Henry Cavill is John Lark.
Henry Cavill has been John Lark this entire time. But yeah, other than that part of the underground like tunnel sequence, honestly, that's probably like the worst part of the whole movie.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really like the I like the Solomon Lane switch.
Exactly.
And I even like the whole secretary bit.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's just that part of the screenplay has always been the most annoying to watch for me.
I think it's only annoying because, like, they finally have everybody there.
Exactly.
And then CIA Lady comes in and is like, I'm going to make it to where they can easily escape.
I'm going to make it so they can easily escape.
And then, yeah. I'd say I was right about the halfway point because that happens and then chase scene ensues.
Chase scene.
And I think that chase scene is, like, halfway.
That chase scene's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not great. Pretty good.
It goes on a bit. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. Its pacing is right on the edge of going on too long.
Exactly.
But I think it just ends in time where you're like,
yes. Of course.
It's not like the helicopter or the car. See, that's my thing with the chase scene, is it is actually doing things. Whereas the helicopter and the car chase are just like helicopter and car for like 10 minutes.
I wanted to bring up how absolutely boss of a shot the Henry Cavill in the elevator shot is.
Ooh. Henry Cavill in every shot, Robbie.
Wow.
Every shot. Actually, there's a shot that I want to pause for and like take a picture and like post it on
Where he
our
looks like a
social media or
freaking
something.
Roblox character.
He looks like a Muppet or something. I don't know. It's in the helicopter chase scene where the wind is blowing his hair
Oh,
into like
no.
this like really weird shape, and he's making this face. And every time it comes up, I'm like, oh my gosh.
I love the faces he makes.
Right? Like, and you notice things. If you watch just Henry Cavill's face throughout the movie, you'll notice subtle detail.
Well acted, Micah.
Yes.
His performance in Justice League was so much better, though. Why didn't he get a nom?
I don't know why he didn't get a nom for Justice League. I mean, that time where he looks at the Flash while he's running.
Pretty crazy. How about shirtless
Superman.
What the heck was happening in that movie?
Why is he shirtless for most of the movie, though?
Wow, Justice League really sucks. DC really sucks.
Man, why did they have to get Amy Adams to do that? I love Amy Adams, and they put her in those movies. What an L.
I'm literally getting bored just by thinking about Justice League. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything else specifically you want to ask about? Because that was my question.
I don't know.
there.
Like, we've hit the 40-minute mark. We've desperately bounced around, flopped like a fish out of water to try and find things to talk about.
We're failing. Everybody clicked off.
Everybody has clicked off the episode, but I don't know. There's not really much of anything else.
I think this movie, for what it is really good. It goes 110. It's pretty much never boring, and even in the parts where it starts to feel like a little bit like, oh, this has been going on a bit long, it usually like quickly recovers and does something very interesting. I think the stakes are higher than ever, not even because of the specific threat, because I don't think it's the threat specifically that brings the stakes to this. I think it's the emotions and the characters behind the threat, which is like why I was disagreeing with that Rotten Tomatoes review.
Yes, yeah, no, I was disagreeing as well, Micah.
So I think it was a great way to bring up the stakes.
I wish it was as emotionally driven as 3 is.
Yeah, it could be a little bit more emotional.
Yeah. It's like the good in all departments, but it's not fantastic in all of them.
Yeah, I'd say it's the best in a couple departments, but it lacks a little bit in some of the other ones, but not to the extent that makes it a bad movie by any means.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of doing closing thoughts right now, and
yeah,
I didn't
you
even
are.
realize.
No, it doesn't matter. We don't have to split it up. It doesn't matter.
Man, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I don't really know, like with this movie being here and being, in my opinion, a really good ending to the like a 6 movie franchise.
Yeah, this would have been a great ending, bro.
I don't know what they're gonna do with 7 and 8, but like favorite villain, only recurring villain between 2 movies.
Oh yeah,
too.
Mr. Lane.
Mr. Lane, and that actor always blows it out.
His actor is insane.
Love that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is what kills me, that it's not the end of the franchise. It feels like such a culminating movie for everything.
It really does. It feels like the Skyfall of Mission Impossible.
Yeah, but
movies.
actually like set up
Oh
or
my
something.
gosh.
Skyfall was trash, but like well shot trash.
Well, good trash. My trash.
No, not my trash. I don't like it. I probably won't watch it again. But it's well shot trash.
I see. Dang, bro. I'm all on board for modern action movies to be like really visually appealing.
And this one is, and so is Skyfall.
Skyfall looks so freaking good.
This looks good too.
Yes, it does. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's about it that I have. It's just I don't like. It feels like this should be the ending, and I feel like it would have been a great ending. I love the action.
I don't know what they're gonna do after
love
this.
The characters. Henry Cavill. Watch this movie anytime. That's all I'm saying.
I have a feeling this is gonna be like one of my put it on my all-time favorites list.
Right? Like I think I do have to really have this on my all-time.
This looks like one that I'll just like turn on whenever. Throughout the rest of my life.
Your grandkids are going to be like, Grandpa, we don't want to watch Fallout again. Who even is Henry Cavill?
I'll have to mute it for that one scene, my kids.
Wow.
If I'm playing it for my grandkids, jeez.
Well, who said your grandkids were young?
Okay, wow. Well, anyway, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Interesting trivia. This is the
Oh my
first
God.
Mission Impossible movie ever to have the F word in it.
Wow. Maybe that's why it's the best one.
I think, honestly, this has the most language of any of them, and it's all from Henry Cavill.
I don't know about. There's only like 5 or 6 words in the whole thing. Like, what the
I
heck?
don't know. They say the S word a lot.
I guess, but like, it's not.
I don't know.
There's not that much.
No,
it doesn't
no,
feel like
no.
it has the most.
As PG-13 movies go, like popular PG-13
So-
movies,
so
like your
mild.
common Marvel movie's gonna have more than this.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's not, honestly, looking back, like having watched Rogue Nation again, it feels almost pretty on par with Rogue Nation in a lot of ways. But I think I like it a bit more. It executes some of its elements a bit better than Rogue Nation does.
Yeah.
And also Henry Cavill. if that matters.
Henry Cavill.
And also Henry Cavill.
Just Henry Cavill.
Exactly. Is a movie automatically a half-star higher if it has Henry Cavill, Micah?
Yes.
I see.
Oh, here's an interesting fact.
All right,
So,
interesting fact.
do you know the movie The Man from U.N.C.L.E.? The
Yes, I
action
do.
movie with Henry Cavill.
Yes, I get.
So,
yes, I do.
So, as apparently Tom Cruise was originally cast as the character that Henry Cavill ended up playing, and because like Henry Cavill ended up playing that character, Tom Cruise was impressed and invited him over for this movie.
Wow. Does Tom Cruise just invite people over for dinner and a movie? But
Sure.
they're in the movie.
But they're in the movie. Come over for a dinner in a movie. Next thing you know, you're on set.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we covered everything.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm looking for more interesting.
I feel like we
factoids.
haven't really brought much new to the table when it comes
You know,
to
that's fine.
a
though.
Redux review. Yeah, but
Like I said, I don't really remember the old one. Don't go listen to it.
listen to this one instead.
This one's gonna make us money, and it's continuing a series.
Money.
So
Oh yeah, that's true. Unless you're listening on YouTube, which in that case you should not be listening on YouTube. You should go and listen on a real podcasting platform.
go listen on Anchor, guys.
Go listen on Anchor or Overcast. Overcast absolutely freaking rocks as a podcasting platform, by the way. Everyone should use it.
Wow.
But this episode is brought to you by Anchor, which also is pretty good. It's better. It's better for producing podcasts, which is what it's actually made for. But with
Dang, I can't find anything as interesting. Like, there's like stuff like like Tom Cruise broke his ankle and continued the running scene, or they shut down part of the streets of Paris to film this, but
the
they only
streets of Paris.
but they only had like 2 days to film the car chase scene.
Oof, bro. Yikes! The fact that was practical, insane.
Yeah, I mean they go 110 with practical stuff in this movie.
Ugh. But yeah, are you just trying to find a fun fact?
Yeah, but there's not any more.
All right. Well, we're all out of fun here on Recently Logged, so we're gonna go into
Fun has died.
we're gonna go into our most boring segment for
What?
the viewers at home.
I like our what we watched segment.
Yeah, we like it because we get to talk about what movies we watched. But I don't even know. Do the people like this? Do the people like it,
I
Micah?
think the people love it.
Precisely. Oh my god! All right, so for the uninitiated, the what we watched segment, which we have made fond references to in the past, is when we go over every movie we watched.
Every movie we've watched
Ever.
ever, whichever we covered at the beginning of this, is every movie.
Every
so
movie.
get ready to talk about every movie ever.
But yeah, every movie we watched together over the course of like between episode releases. So since last week we did His House, everything we watched since then to now, to today.
Heck yeah.
This very day.
Heck yeah. All right. Let's get into it. On the 9th, on the 15th of
Oh my god.
Miss Gertrude McFuss.
No, like
Oh, sorry.
okay.
Ratatouille is what I watched. On the 9th.
Ratatouille.
I know what you're thinking. Don't you mean Ratatouille?
No.
No.
No, we
I
don't.
mean the cinematic classic.
I guess I'm talking about this too because we're only doing ones we watched.
The straight fire.
Straight fire.
The cinema was born. The cinema will never die. the best movie that's not quite a movie because it's only 40-something minutes long that I've ever watched.
Bro, it feels 43 minutes long.
Ratatouille. Like, okay, precisely. That's all. Like
Precisely.
Like, go watch this. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, please go watch it.
Please, this is comedy. It's comedy.
Unironically the funniest, not the funniest. It's unironically one of the funniest movies I've seen this year.
Like honestly, it is actually really funny. Like, I watched this because I heard that it was like awful and a Ratatouille ripoff.
Bro, it has some really great jokes actually.
So I turned it on one time and it was hilarious. And the voice cast for the English dub is amazing.
The English dub. Everyone has like a screeching nails on a chalkboard.
Hi, Marcel.
Yeah, go watch Ratatouille, guys.
Yeah,
it's actually
nothing but fun times.
It's actually good. It's actually good. I will make an argument that it is objectively good.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video.
The animation and technical side absolutely sucks.
Garbage. Lighting garbage.
Absolute
Animation garbage. Voice acting garbage.
But it actually is pretty well written. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it. I'm gonna risk my artistic integrity for this.
Secret ingredient for Ratatouille.
For Ratatouille.
Good thing he didn't read it. I love how they bring specific note to the notebook in the thing,
my gosh.
and then forget about like grabbing the notebook.
It's so funny. I swear. Okay. But yeah, what else did we watch that very same day, Micah?
I think I need to go to the store. No, there's no stores open.
There's no stores.
I think I need to move the tables and watch the floor. No, I've already done that.
I've already done that.
Anyway, we watched The Death of Cinema later that very same day.
Yes, we did.
We watched The Haunting, the 1999 Owen Wilson, Liam Neeson movie.
Oh my gosh, it sucks so bad.
This was so bad. This was, and I hate saying this because somebody I know really likes this movie. This was one of their first spooky movies they ever watched. But man, this is
psych right now.
This is so bad.
It really is. Like, this is one of the most laughably bad screenplays I've seen in a while.
Like, the screenplay is one of the worst screenplays. Like, Ratatouille, like, no joke.
Ratatouille has a better screenplay.
No joke. Ratatouille has a better screenplay than this movie. And the main actress, I really, really disliked her performance.
Oh yeah, no, her performance was really.
I thought it was really cheesy. It took me out of the film like 100%.
Oh yes,
like 100%. Every time she said something or was supposed to be sad or freaked out, I was like, "What? This is so bad. This isn't good acting. This is bad.
This isn't good acting. This is bad acting."
And then like I think I left this in my review. I was like, as much as I really don't want Owen Wilson in the movie I'm trying to take seriously, he was the only interesting character in this whole movie.
Owen Wilson is probably the only person I will remember from this movie, because the psychiatrist, whatever his name was, he absolutely sucked.
Yeah. And then What's-Her-Face is literally just not even a character. She's just there.
She's just there to get at the PG-13, Micah.
Right, gotta get that PG-13.
Yeah, no, this is really bad. Don't watch it.
This is so bad.
The Haunting, 1999. Worst 90s movie I've seen, probably. Probably.
Yeah. I gave it 1.5 stars.
I did not give it a like. Oh, shoot. You know what we did forget? We'll do it after this.
We forgot to do the official ranking. So yeah, wait till the end of this and we'll give the final ranking.
What?
Then we watched the Netflix classic after watching Ratatouille again.
Yes.
With Robbie this time.
Yes.
Then we watched the Netflix original classic movie.
It is pretty good.
With everybody's favorite Ken Jeong.
Say psych right now. The fact that his performance didn't suck that bad was nice, you know.
Robbie, that's the biggest L you've ever taken in the recently locked studio.
Wow. Okay. Well, I liked this movie.
I disliked this movie.
This cracked my top 5 of the year.
This cracked my top 12 of the year or something.
And there are only 12 slots. Wow. No.
Man.
But for the uninitiated, this is a musical that basically is just like a Disney musical.
It felt like the epitome of what you'd expect from a 2020 Netflix musical.
Yeah, good animation, obviously, because Netflix isn't gonna put out something with bad animation.
But like from the songs to the plot points to the story, everything felt so basic, so expected, so 2020.
Okay, this pretty much sums up what I think about this movie. It's an all right adaptation of a Broadway musical. Like, honestly, this would be so much better on Broadway.
Okay, but literally
I
the
kid you
worst
not.
thing ever was when What's-Her-Face came in and it was a concert. I hated that. I died. The death of cinema happened when she came down and it was a freaking concert. That is the most 2020 kids movie thing I've ever seen in my life.
What about the ping pong rap battle?
The ping pong rap battle. Again, this is such a 2020 kids movie, and I hate it.
Wow, you need to get over yourself, Micah.
I do not like the landscape of 2020 kids movies.
You need to get over yourself, because I think it works. I think it works.
The songs are fine. I don't like most of them. I think they're all extremely forgettable. And besides, like, being able to, like, mention that there was a song there, I could not tell you any of the songs.
Bro, she literally had such an on-the-nose I Want song in this movie.
Right? Like, everything is so... And that's my thing with this movie. This movie is doing nothing outside of the box. Everything is exactly how you'd expect it. The songs sound exactly like you'd expect the songs to sound. The animation looks exactly like you'd expect the animation to look. The story goes exactly where you'd expect the story to go.
I did not expect the little moon guys to look like they did, though.
They look like Trolls World Tour characters.
No, they don't.
Yes,
they
do.
Like the little candy citizens from Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, combine Wreck-It Ralph with Trolls World Tour. I don't know. I gave it 2.5 stars because it's not the death of cinema, but it's very forgettable and very 2020.
See, honestly, this has been one of my favorites of 2020 so far. Not like the best, but honestly, I think I like it. You know,
I don't. Anyway,
I probably would have given it a 3.5 or something at least.
No, tell me he didn't say that. Anyway, next we watched The Birth of Cinema.
Heck yes, we did.
Some Like It Hot.
Did movies exist before this? Did comedy exist before this?
I don't think they did.
Did comedy exist before this movie? It did not. That's the answer.
Some Like It Hot is so good.
Honestly,
Billy Wilder is so good.
If you are old enough to watch Some Like It Hot, go watch Some Like It Hot right now.
It is
Stop
a bit.
the podcast.
It is a bit 1950s steamy.
Yes, it is. But it's really good. Go watch Some Like It Hot. That is
the only Marilyn Monroe role I've liked.
Yikes. She is really good in this, though. Dang, what a great movie! I own the Criterion Blu-ray of
Non-stop
this, and
fun.
I have no regrets.
So good.
I have no regrets.
Amazing.
I've seen it 3 times now, and it's still just as funny and entertaining.
And it's got good music.
Yeah, and it has great music. Yeah, exactly.
All right, then on the 11th, I watched Sinbad: Legend of the Seven Seas,
which we'll probably talk about sometime. I don't know.
Probably.
Maybe.
You need to watch it.
Brad Pitt.
I want to watch it with you. Yeah, it's Brad Pitt.
Why is it Brad Pitt?
It's just straight Brad Pitt. I watched this because of a Bread Sword video, actually.
Bread Sword.
And it looked good, and it turned out to be good. Better than I thought it was going to be. I gave it 4 stars. It's honestly... It's another one of those DreamWorks movies that is in like one of the last 2D animated movies for when 2D was really big. And I really love me some 2D animated movies. I want more 2D.
Well, there you go. Have you watched Green Eggs and Ham, Micah?
No.
See, you're not supporting 2D animation.
Wow, apparently not. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars.
There you go.
Then what did we watch, Robbie?
We watched,
The Birth of Cinema?
We watched something, for sure. We definitely watched something.
The Birth of Cinema?
We watched Cats and Dogs 3, Paws Unite.
Heck yeah.
Where a dog, for some reason, wears glasses.
The whole movie.
The entire movie.
So bad. But so bad.
This isn't even... I don't even know if this is as ironically enjoyable as, 2 would be.
Right? 2 is so fun.
2 is such a fun movie. Kitty Galore, guys.
We practically grew up on 1 and 2. And 3 came out this year.
3 kind of sucks, honestly.
3 kind of sucks. I really like my review for it, though. I did movies this movie was based on, ranked on how much they're used for the plot. And in the number 1 slot, we have Kingsman: The Secret Service.
That basically sums up everything you need to know.
Yeah, I don't even need to go into the rest of the list. Kingsman: The Secret Service is the most similar in plot movie I could think of.
Yeah, my review for this was just Society. And if you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I posted the Please Become Funny.
Please become funny. Then on the 12th, we watched the ever-amazing, probably Gore Verbinski's best movie.
Well, I didn't watch it.
You did? You watched it with me?
I watched like half of it.
Oh my gosh. Pirates of the Caribbean,
Curse
of the Black Pearl. So good.
Good times.
Best of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
I don't think anyone's arguing for that.
The trilogy is good, and you can't tell me different. Rango is fun. Go watch it as well. I give it 4 stars.
Wow.
Oh,
Well,
by
there
the
you
way,
go.
I gave Cats and Dogs 3 2 stars. And
Nice.
yes, I gave Cats and Dogs 3 more than The Haunting, and I will stick by that rating.
Wow. Then we watched another Criterion Blu-ray that I've
Yikes.
owned for a while.
Yikes.
The Umbrellas of Cherbois.
Cherbois?
I believe is how it's pronounced.
Cherbois, we French.
Wow. Well, I speak French
You
to
don't
an extent.
speak French. You took 2 years of French for nothing. You can't
Wow.
even say bonjour.
Wow. Yeah. We're probably gonna do an episode on this sometime.
We
I
should.
think. We should.
Because I kind of really dislike it.
Lots to go through here because I liked it.
I really disliked it. I thought the musical aspect of it was really bad.
So basically, for those who don't know what this is, they're like, "What the heck did he just say?" It's a French musical that heavily inspired La La Land, and I really like La La Land. It's my favorite
La La Land
movie.
is much better. Watch La La Land.
my
Don't
gosh.
watch this movie. So it's a quote-unquote musical.
It is a musical.
And
What the heck?
yes, there is music, and yes, they do sing, but don't worry, they sing every line, but it's to the point where it's not a musical, in my opinion. It's to the point where it's just like an alternate universe where they speak every line. Because
Wow.
it's not songs. There are no clear, like, really songs.
Yes, there are.
No, there isn't.
Each scene is a song, Micah.
Listen, this is how it would go. This is how I'd be like, oh, I'm talking about Fallout. And Robbie would be like, wow, Fallout, that's so interesting. And
Wow.
that for like an hour and a half. Like no songs, no progression of songs, no song structure, just conversations. Literally, the dialogue would not have to be changed at all if you just had them speak the lines. And you can't tell me I'm wrong. It's literally
But
just
you
the
are
dialogue.
wrong.
No.
There's a distinct audio flow to the words.
They're
Just because the English translation comes out to about the same statement in
No,
in
there
French, it's-
literally would be no difference if they just spoke the lines.
But there would be, Micah.
Not in a line, like the dialogue would not have to change at all. None of the lines would have to change. They just have to not sing them. That's it. You could even keep the music the same because the music literally doesn't go like it's there, but it's not like song music. It's just like score music that they speak to.
Oh my gosh, it's a good movie, Micah.
It's not. I gave it 3 stars. It's not.
It has a 4.1
I
average.
don't get,
Micah.
like, I honestly, who cares if it has a 4.1
Wait,
average?
You just
A lot of bad movies have high averages. Heck, the Dark Knight Returns movies have almost a 4 average. They have
yeah.
like 3.9.
yeah, that sucks.
I don't get this movie at all. It's fine story. Like, it's a fine story.
I don't know why you're so mad at it though.
I'm mad that everybody's like, oh, it's so good, when it's not, and it's the music in it is trash.
Wow. Well, I'm very interested to see, watch through it again now that I have a good grasp on what it is. And I really want to see more of this guy's musicals. Might buy the box
I don't
set.
like that they're even considered musicals. It really...
It's an unconventional musical.
An unconventional musical, and by unconventional, you mean a bad musical.
Oh my god.
The guy didn't know how to write a song, so he just put all of the lines into singing and
Hey,
went with that.
Hoodwinked is an unconventional musical.
Hoodwink's is just a musical.
But it is unconventional.
Anyway, then we watched Samurai Jack, the movie.
The premiere movie. Heck yeah, first 3 episodes. Micah had never seen them.
It's good. Samurai Jack's good. Go watch the show.
The best part about 2020 is that I discovered my favorite show. And this is it. This is literally my favorite show of all time.
I'm still just mad at Umbrella
Oh my gosh. But yeah, Samurai Jack, it's brilliant. Do it. Go
Yeah.
go watch Samurai Jackets on HBO.
Then we watched Fantastic Mr. Fox on the day
What?
of its...
Oh, right. You didn't watch. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. You can mention those if you want.
I
forgot about
rewatched The Red Shoes with my mom because she hadn't seen it. I think Micah was streaming on his Twitch.
Oh, check out my Twitch. M. Greyway Films on Twitch. Also M. Greyway Films on YouTube, but that's not game streaming.
Yes.
That's my movie YouTube channel.
And it's really good. It's a really good movie.
Oh, my YouTube channel's really good.
No. Hot take, Red Shoes is really good.
Hot take. That's not a hot take.
Toy Story of Terror was
fine.
very
Toy Story short.
Exactly what I expected.
Exactly.
It kind of sucked.
Exactly.
What? No. Oh my gosh. You pointed to Over the Moon, which not similar at all. No, I dislike the Toy Story of Terror for completely different reasons. But yeah, not very good. Did not like.
Then
Fantastic
we watched
Mr.
Fantastic Mr. Fox on the 14th, which was its 11th year anniversary, actually.
What?
And so good.
It is really good.
Like,
Wow.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Hot take, Wes Anderson's a good director.
Fantastic Mr. Fox is literally so good. I've watched this way more times than I probably should. But I could watch it like right now and I'd be happy.
I've watched it so many times there's an exclamation point next to the eyeball on Letterboxd instead of a number.
I wonder if Knives Out would do that for me, because I've seen Knives Out more than you've seen
Yeah, it
Fantastic
probably would.
Mr. Fox.
I think when you hit double digits, it just does an exclamation point instead of showing you the number. Because I've watched it over 10 times now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
We did an episode on the podcast for this.
We did.
Go listen to that.
The Noah Baumbach, Wes Anderson screenplay.
We actually did a lot of side
good.
research for that episode too, because we had the access to it, so we watched the commentary.
Micah.
We watched behind the scenes stuff for it.
It's almost like Criterion's a good service. That
No, it's
provides
almost like
great
Criterion
releases for
is a
movies.
thing that is specifically for money, and they are
Wow.
quote unquote preserving most movies that don't need to be preserved, so people are paying money to get their movies into a collection that's sought after and thought with a higher prestige, so it's just a money-making thing on either side.
Wow. I strongly disagree. I
strongly disagree. No, I don't like the Criterion collection. I think it's very capitalist-y, and the only good thing about it is its covers and its stupid thing for its explanation for existing is like, oh, these are classic movies, these are important to history and need to be preserved. I think is super pretentious. And
oh my gosh.
I dislike them immensely.
Would you rather go with Library of Congress's preservation of classic movies?
No, I'd rather them just be like, yeah, here are some movies, than be like, this is our esteemed collection of movies that we grabbed, that we think are amazingly important to film history, and we have remastered them on beautiful 4K for you, the pretentious viewer, to spend $40 on and have in your collection and feel good about yourself because you have that little C sitting there.
Bro, someone tweeted this week, this is going to be our wrapping up, Micah. Someone tweeted this week, no one cares about what Criterions you own. And I hurt. I felt pain.
I agree with that tweet. I'm going to go retweet that tweet.
But yeah, no, for just fun little side things.
It's just such a marketing plan.
Fun little side thing for the end of the episode. I went through every single Criterion release in this past little bit, and I added all of the ones that I'd be willing to watch to a watch list.
Wow.
And it is now like 600 movies long.
Anyway, long have we waited.
Yes, long have we waited.
We were forgetting. Sorry about that. We kind of forgot to do this earlier.
No, it was all a ploy to keep them watching.
Right, you got to watch till the end to get the MI official ranking by recently logged. So first off, I rated Fallout 4.5 stars. Really want to give it 5, but it does have some problems that we talked about.
Yes.
What would you rate it if you rated it?
It's so close between a 4 and 4.5. Like, honestly, it's right on the line. I think I'd probably go with 4.5 though.
Okay, good.
What, what was that look you gave me?
That's the "Are you really gonna make this tie with Rogue Nation" look.
I mean, it's pretty close to Rogue Nation in quality.
No.
I'd say. Oh, I'm like, what the heck is going on with Ghost Protocol? Because Micah draws little pictures for all of the movies, and I'm like, there's a ghost, but why is there a sandcastle next to it?
It's the Burj Khalifa. What should the picture be for Fallout?
We should why not like a mushroom cloud or something?
Yes.
But yeah, we just went over the hour 9-minute mark, which was our cutoff. So we need to wrap this up. So what is the official ranking now, Micah?
Hold on, I'm doing the blast.
No. Yawning.
All right. The official recently logged ranking. Do we want to go top to bottom or bottom to top?
Oh yeah, this is the last one. So yeah, we need to go bottom to top.
Bottom to top.
All right.
All right. In the number 6 slot, we have the ever amazing, ever not amazing MI2 with a 4 out of 10. Right? Yeah, 4 out of 10.
What? Yes. Micah, if both of us can give it a score out of 5 and we add that together, that is a score out of 10.
Yeah. So with a 4 out of 10 MI2. Then we have, it's just so sad that it's so close to the bottom.
It jumps so much.
But we have MI1 in the number 5 slot, but
very good.
It's got a 7.5 out of 10. So like it's good, but you know, it's still bottom of the good barrel. Then tied for 4th, but I put them as MI3 in 4th and MI4 in 3rd. With 8, we have Ghost Protocol and MI3.
Heck yeah.
8 out of 10.
MI3 should be above it, Mike.
And then in the number 2 slot, we have Rogue Nation.
Heck yeah.
With an 8.5.
8.5, baby.
And then Fallout in the number 1 slot with a 9 out of 10.
It's because we're just a bunch of young whippersnappers that don't get what a good movie is.
That must be.
The newer the movie is, the better it is. That's our philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, like, movies made before the 2000s, trash.
Casablanca, trash.
Some Like It Hot, trash.
The Artist, trash.
What?
It's Mike, the joke is that I don't get that it wasn't made back in the 30s.
Black and white, so it must be.
Or I guess the 20s, not the 30s. What am I saying?
Silent film, black
Yeah.
and white. Must be old.
Must be old movie. But yeah, we've gone on way too long. Thanks to anyone who's listened this far. We've enjoyed going through another franchise.
Maybe we'll do another franchise.
We'll be out here next week with some sort of Thanksgiving-y episode, probably.
Heck yeah.
Maybe with a special guest. We're not sure as of yet. But the week
Next week we wouldn't be.
Why not?
Still be here.
No.
Yeah.
Wait.
We have one more Sunday
shoot.
before we leave.
Oh shoot.
It's still like a week and a half till Thanksgiving.
Okay, yeah. Well, we're leaving for Thanksgiving is the moral of our story. We might record like we did last year. We did the Spider-Man trilogy last year while we were down for Thanksgiving. So, yeah, I don't know. Things to come once the Thanksgiving episode has gone. We're gonna have a special guest on the episode, which has been waiting in the queue with my forgetfulness and also just lack of putting effort into this podcast.
Wow. Good job, Robbie.
I feel really bad for them. If you're listening right now, we definitely do want you on the podcast.
Heck, we'll take any guests, man.
But yeah, right. Dang, we have quite a few actually. I don't know. I've been really in a weird funk lately when it comes to interacting with people online. So, but yeah. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Check out M. Gray Films on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh my gosh. Do I need to start putting your Twitch link in the description of the podcast, Micah?
I'd rather... Well, you already have my YouTube channel, so maybe.
Wow. All right. Well, this has been Recently Logged. Coming to you.
Hey, I gave a shout out to Recently Logged last night.
Wait, you did?
Yeah.
There were like 2 people watching.
Actually, I had like 5 people watching by the end.
What? Wow, Micah's
Popular.
Micah's a real streamer,
Heck yeah.
real gamer,
Heck yeah. Gamer status achieved.
master gamer.
Go watch my Twitch, please.
Wow. Okay. Well, goodbye, guys.
Bye.